Hey everyone, I'm Ditch. I'm here with some more quick tips and skills for 7 Days to Die 1.0. Let's talk about one of my favorite skill trees, and that's the strength tree. If you like getting up close and personal with your guns, this tree offers shotgun flavors such as double barrel, pump, or auto shotty. Want to knock those zombies out of the park? Strength is where you'll find melee weapons such as clubs or bats. Lastly, don't forget this tree is also where you'll find a personal favorite of mine, the heavy hitting sledge. Now let's take a look at all the talents, starting with the combat perks. First up is Boomstick. It allows you to increase your odds of finding more parts, ammos, and magazines pertaining to shotguns. This perk also helps to make you more proficient using your weapon. Next up, Pummel Pete will have you batting 300. With this perk, you have a greater chance of finding more clubs, magazines, and it also allows you to unlock more tricks when using your club. Skull Crusher, as you probably already guessed, is similar to Pummel Pete, but instead of clubs, it makes you a sledgehammer wielding menace to all the zombies. Big and Fast increase the speed in which you swing your sledgehammer as well as your club. I'd like to note that the strength tree offers 2 paths for melee, but both have very distinct playstyles. If you prefer light, quick attacks, try out the club. If you like slow, dramatic, enemy-eating results, give the sledgehammer a try. Next up are the general strength perks. First, we have heavy armor. This perk reduces the stamina cost and penalty when using that tanky gear, as well as reduce the cost of repairing it. This skill is purely preference based. Early game, I wouldn't waste any points on it, but mid to late game, if you find yourself wearing some heavy armor, then feel free to put some points as well. An important note here, putting points in this perk doesn't increase your chance of finding armor magazines. To increase your chance of finding armor magazines, you just have to put a point in any of the main attributes, like strength itself. Pack Mule. I have a strong opinion here that there's never a good time or reason to put points in a Pack Mule. There are plenty of ways to mitigate the annoying over-encumbered feature we find in game. Between various size pocket mods, or just using steroids, do your best to fight the temptation of wasting a point here. Master Chef. Whether early, mid, or late game, you can never go wrong putting points out maxing this perk. This skill allows for you to find more cookie magazines, food in dumpsters, reduces the ingredients needed, and also makes you faster when you hit the campfire. Becoming a chef will always serve you well whether playing with friends or by yourself in the zombie wasteland. Now on to our final perk in the strength tree, the construction perks. Miner 69er. This perk is an oldie and still a goodie. You can never go wrong in putting points in this skill, no matter what stage of the game. It allows you to be more proficient with your tools, such as the axe, pick, shovel, chainsaw, or auger. One-shotting rocks with your pick will feel oh so satisfying compared to your early days when you're using a stone axe. The last perk in this skill tree is Motherload. This is a good one to take in the mid to late game if you're looking to collect more resources with less work. Spending time in an iron mine will always be more beneficial the more points you put into this skill. That wraps up the strength tree for 7 Days to Die 1.0. Remember, choosing skills is very dependent on your playstyle and playthrough. If you're playing with friends or playing alone, this guide is meant to offer some advice, but not be the end-all be-all for everyone. I hope you enjoyed this guide and found it helpful. Make sure to share it with a friend, it might just save a life. Until next time, be good to each other.